The aim of my social action video is to inform and promote creative media as an enjoyable subject that students would love to study at Worthing College. The purpose of my market research is to work out what people already know and understand about creative media, what they would like to know, and who I want to aim my video at, and how I will engage them into focusing and watching my video. For my research, I did a series of focus groups to gather information. Focus groups are groups made up of a small number of people that discuss a certain topic and give their views and ideas on the topic. As I led the focus group, all I did was ask questions to get people talking and then took notes on what they were saying. I believe my focus groups went well, and I can see this because of the responses I gained from each group. I could see many themes that came up in each group. This gave me an idea of the main things that I would want to show in my video. This was primary research, as I was the person gaining the evidence and finding things out myself. The second part of my primary research involved me creating a questionnaire that I was able to turn into graphs and easily show and read. This gives a clear idea of what people do and do not know. I created 2 questionnaires, one for people already taking creative media and one for people who are now in their second year at college and did not take creative media as a subject. I did this so not only could I gain more information, but I could use them for different purposes. My first questionnaire was full of detailed questions that cannot be answered with one-word answers. I did this so that I could see what people taking the subject truly think of the subject. My second questionnaire was full of yes and no questions. This is so I can place the answers in a graph. The questionnaire is easier for people who do not know the subject to answer. Because of the research I was able to easily point out my target audience. My target audience are teenagers aged between 15 and 17. I've picked this age because I want to inform people joining Worthing College and show them why they should pick creative media as a subject. I then went on to look into secondary research. This involved me looking at other people's research when looking into the same thing as me. I looked at 2 different focus groups that were put on for students wanting to study media at uni and pointing out the things that they either didn't know or didn't understand. This research did help because it was pointing out and talking about the same things that I want to talk about. However, I think it would have suited a bit more if it was a focus group with people about to start college and not uni. I think that the research exercises I did were helpful in finding my target audience and what I want to show in my video. Because I looked at other people's research, I was able to compare mine to theirs and see if my findings were valid. I found that they were. I think if I did this task again, then I would do some things differently. I think I would plan my focus groups a bit better and make them a bit more entertaining. Yes, I gathered the information I needed, but I would make it more fun, as it felt that this time around it was rather forced and when people were talking and giving their opinions. I did focus groups and questionnaires so that I could gather information for myself and get a full understanding for what I need to show in my video and why I need to show and say certain things. My secondary research was used to not only gain information through other people's research, but to also make sure that I have the right idea of what I'm doing and compare my research. The research all works out well, and if I did it again, I think the only thing I'll do differently is plan more. I will use the information I've gained to talk about creative media and talk about what people enjoyed about it. I will also show the good things about creative media. I will also use the information I gained to talk and inform people about the parts of creative media that people do not fully understand. I will talk about the main themes that came up in my focus group, and I will also use the results I gained to help design my video, things like music and style of video. Thank you for listening.